Welcome back to the channel. The cold work permit is your ship's essential document for safe operations at sea when no ignition source is present. This permit controls tasks that don't generate heat, sparks, or open flames, but still pose serious risk, especially in hazardous areas. Think non-routine maintenance activities, like breaking into pipelines, opening equipment for inspection, minor mechanical adjustments, or cleaning with certain chemicals. It's fundamentally part of the permit-to-work system designed to manage risk on board. The first step for any cold work is a thorough risk assessment. What are the hazards? Chemical exposure from residual oil or cargo, mechanical pinch points, slips, trips, falls, working at height, or dropped objects. A cold work permit is the evidence that these hazards have been identified, evaluated, and controlled. Next is isolation and preparation. For work on machinery or pipelines, this means lockout, tagout, LOTO, ensuring all energy sources are isolated, secured, and tagged, preventing accidental startup. For tanks or pipes that contain flammable or toxic substances, preparation is vital. This often involves draining, washing, purging with inert gas like nitrogen, and venting to atmosphere to remove dangerous vapors or liquids. On tankers, for example, you must check adjacent tanks for leaking bulkheads and the presence of vapors. Atmospheric testing for oxygen content and presence of flammable or toxic gases must be conducted before entry and often continuously during the work. The permit document itself must clearly specify the location of the work, the scope and description of the task, the validity period, which is often limited to 1 shift or 24 hours, and the personnel involved, including the supervisor or permit receiver and the permit issuer, usually the chief engineer or officer in charge. Crucially, the permit details the control measures and personal protective equipment required, like chemical suits, cut-resistant gloves, respiratory protection, or safety harness. The permit issuer signs to confirm all safety checks are complete and the area is safe. The permit receiver signs to confirm understanding of the hazards and compliance with all precautions. This two-step sign-off process ensures joint responsibility. Work must stop immediately if conditions change, an emergency alarm sounds, or a new hazard is introduced. On completion, the area must be inspected, all tools and equipment accounted for, and the equipment or system restored to normal operation. The final sign-off cancels the permit, closing the loop on the safety procedure. Following the cold work permit procedure isn't just good practice, it's a non-negotiable legal and moral requirement, ensuring the safety of all crew and the integrity of the vessel and its cargo. If you found this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, comment, like, share, and subscribe for more insights. Thank you.